start out with David.
David Moore, Dallas Morning News. Just talk about the significance of today for you individually and for the team to you get the contract and then the team plays this way, and just what that means for you and this team.
Yeah, I mean, great team win, great team effort. We can be better on offense. Defense did a hell of a job. Exciting start, though, super exciting start on the road, a place that we weren't very good in last year against a team that was great at home last year. Last year, but to turn the page and to start this year the way we did was huge. And for me personally, good just to honestly to finish these questions. And I hope after the day we're done talking about it in my pockets, I guess you can say, and can just move forward and focus on this team and the success that we plan to have and what we're working toward.
Did you have a pretty good idea before you left for here? Was it finalized today, or just kind of how you balanced where you were on that with getting ready for the game in these last 24?
Yeah, I mean, when I told you guys Thursday that I was focused on this game, that was the truth. I mean, I had one other conversation with my agent after meeting with you guys Thursday, and it was essentially that, yeah, they're working hard. Can't say that. I'd say that they were close at the time, the last time that I talked to them. But obviously, as I've said and alluded to since back in training camp of the spring, my confidence in both sides of this, that something would get done, understanding that they were hammering at it, that I had confidence in it, but it really wasn't in my mind. For me, it was just about getting ready for the Browns. Whether it got done today or not wasn't going to change the way it wasn't going to affect me, honestly. I've told you guys before, I don't play for the money. I think when you focus and you control what you can control, things like that just happen. So, yeah, I found out probably an hour honestly, probably 20 minutes before it was, publicized to everybody else.
Clarence Hill, All-City, Dallas. So you and Jerry wouldn't play us last week with all that tough talk?
No, I'm not trying to play anybody. No, not at all. Yeah, I mean, there was any negotiations. I mean, one side wants something, the other side wants this, and then obviously you got to get it and you meet in the middle, and that's what we did. Something that works for everybody. I'm just proud, just happy. It's done. I'm proud of my agent. Todd did a great job. Steven and them did a great job. It works for everyone. When you look into the details, it works for everyone, and understanding where this cap is going. I'm just excited. As I said, it's behind us, and we can focus on winning games.
Can you go back to the morning, though? Where were you, and what were you doing when it came down, and what did you do? Who did you call? Anything like that?
I was in my room. Zeke and Luke were there, just getting body work. Todd had FaceTimed me. A little emotional call from the both of us. I put some pressure on him, I guess you can say, and he definitely delivered. And then so, it was a great call. Then we called the rest of, we called, my D4K team, marketing agent, financial teams, and just said, it's behind us. Dak's moving forward, focus on the game. So it was about a 5-minute call there. Then I called SJ, saw SJ and MJ, and then after that, talked to my dad and sent some text messages.
Pressure. What do you mean you put pressure on him?
No, I wouldn't say I put pressure on him. I guess I said that. I'm more so, honestly, I put pressure on him to get this behind me, whether I was getting it done or whether I was playing the season without it. It wasn't necessarily pressure of I need this, go do this. I honestly wanted to stop answering your guys' question. I love you guys. Y'all are fun, but I don't care to talk about money. So that was the only annoyance in this whole deal, is having to answer questions over and over and time again about the negotiations. That I just wanted that behind me. And if it meant me not being here, which I didn't want to think about, and I said that over and over again, I just wanted to be at peace at whatever the decision was. And as I said, glad that, as I've said and alluded to before, is wanting to be a Cowboy, wanting to stay a Cowboy, not thinking about anywhere else. Just happy it got done for all of us.
Jack, Todd Archer with ESPN. By saying all that, if a deal wasn't done today, was it
Deal's
gonna
done.
shut off?
Deal's done.
Okay, you don't want to
No, but it wasn't. There was no timeline on it, honestly. I didn't necessarily have a timeline. I guess just the got people talking about it, right? I know I said there'd be feelings of, whether it got done or didn't get done. Then I told y'all, which was true, feelings change. So no, there really wasn't. And if you would have asked me this yesterday, I would have said I was going into the game without one, and that didn't mean that contract talks were going to end, but I was just going to focus on what I can control.
And then there's a lot of pressure in the position that you play. Now with the contract, does that add anything to what it is to be the highest paid quarterback ever?
I put the most pressure on myself. Simple as that. I'm not happy with my personal performance in today, and that's what motivates me. That's what pushes me. You try to be. I say try to be bummed about it in the locker room, but it's a win on the road, which is good for the team. And then you've got teammates telling you, it was a hell of a day for you. So I put the most pressure on myself. Nobody's a bigger critic than I am personally, and I expect greatness out of myself. My standards, my expectation, and the same for this team. So there's no added pressure. Yeah.
John Machado with The Athletic, you just mentioned about not liking your performance. What didn't you like?
Just sloppy second half, really. We just didn't get going in the second half. Obviously, first half we did pretty well. Took a sack early, but other than that, we moved the ball and we got opportunities, and then we just couldn't convert in third down, and that's something that we've been great at, something I take a lot of pride in, converting on third downs, and had a couple 3-and-outs in the second half that made that team think they had a chance to come back in this game and put a little pressure on our defense, but as I credited them to begin with, they played a hell of a game and withstood it all, and obviously we got some field goals. When you got a kicker like that helps, so credit to Butter, but yeah, I can be better in a lot of ways in this game.
And you said this past week that you thought that you and CD would be ready, you had enough work in and all that. How do you think that your rapport was with CD?
Yeah, I told you, when you've got a great player like that, they make it easy for you. That go ball, I don't know how many of those we've had in the last week, but not many. I can tell you that, not many. And missed on a few this week in practice, but to convert on that right early in the game, big momentum. Found ways to get him the ball on jet sweeps. That's just a guy that we've got to make sure we're continuing to get touches. He's electric, and he makes that easy for me in the whole him being gone. I just tell him to run fast. There was one right there in the second possession of the third quarter. Great route, great decision by him. If it doesn't get tipped at the line, I mean, he probably scores a touchdown there. So we're right there. We're close. We're close.
Louis Scruggs, NBC5 Dallas. I asked CD this. I'll ask you the same thing. Did you ever say to Jerry, what took so long to get this done now that it was all over?
No, not at all. It could have been me. Probably. I know my part in this whole deal, and that's where negotiations come. So I understand the business. Point blank, I understand the business. This game is a business. So, yeah, I've said it before. I didn't take anything personal. I wasn't upset about where we were in the talks. Wouldn't have been upset if it didn't get done today. So, no.
Can you speak to what this defense was able to do against Deshaun Watson here in Cleveland?
Yes, it's a defense that frustrated me all camp long. We had our days against them, but they had some days against us. And their strength is confusing the quarterback. And when you can do that for a split second and you have the pass rush that we have, it's awesome. I mean, I just think about, I played Zim for a long time, and you're never going to put up a lot of points on Zim. So now that he's on our side, that feels good. Just knowing that we can go in there, we do our job, and most times than not, it's going to be enough. And so excited just to move forward. I mean, that's one down, but excited to get back home next week and get the second one.
Patrick Walker, DallasCowboys.com. What does it say about CeeDee Lamb to have not been present for any of the Oxnard camp, but to come out here week one and 85, 86 yards from scrimmage?
Yeah, he's a professional. It's the first thing that pops out to me as a guy that, I mean, I saw him working. I think we all saw him working, whether it was social media or you're in contact with him. The guy was working the whole time when we were in training camp to make sure that he was able to come out here in game one and do that. And, I mean, there was a play, and there was a couple plays in the first half where, I mean, he was 3-4 plays in a row. And that right there is a testament to his conditioning, to what he puts into it, away from it, and him going to be prepared. And he was more than that, and he'll continue to build. This is just the beginning for the both of us in that sense and where we can go.
Tim Cowshaw, Dallas Morning News. I know you don't dwell on the money, but what Todd said a minute ago, highest paid player in NFL history. When you hear that for a second, that's not terrible, is it? I mean, it's kind of cool.
I told you guys I had an obligation to the league and to the other quarterbacks, and so honestly, one of the guys in the locker room, they're expecting Rolexes from me, I think, or some kind of watches, or APs or something. So everybody's trying to give me their wrist size. And then they mentioned the highest pay, and I go, yeah, it's because I'm a quarterback. And so to that, it's because I was up. And the next guy expect to beat me. And that's the it's the way the league is going. It's a credit to this game, credit to the owners, credit to commissioner, obviously credit to the players of building this game, and I think when we're able to do that, these contracts, these TV contracts, getting international, all that plays a part in it. So for me, it just means that I was up next, and that's why I say focus on what you can, control what you can. The rest of the stuff takes care of itself. So blessed.
Nick Harris, Dallas Cowboys.com. You had said on Thursday you want to be the QB who wins it here.
Yeah.
Now that you know you're here for the next 4 years, what's kind of the mentality?
It's my only motivation. Hold up my part of this deal, and just deliver that. That's my motivation. Right now, it's about celebrating this win tonight. Hell of a win with these guys. Excited for this plane ride back with them. But turning the page tomorrow, getting on to the Saints, and taking it one game at a time. But that's what is at the forefront of my mind. Not the money. It's about holding up my end of the deal, and that's winning. And I want to do it here.
Is there anything you can share about a conversation you had with Jerry since the deal has been done?
Yeah, I mean, he called me after, obviously congratulated me, thanked him, and he said, I want you to be the quarterback here, and it's weird saying for his time. He said, for his time, and so I'm giving the guy longer than 4 years, obviously, so I guess he's insinuating we're doing another contract. And he said obviously the player, but he also said the person, and that meant a lot. Like I said, I just want to hold up my end of the deal and deliver for him.
Chris Mbaka with USA Today, sticking with Jerry, he mentioned that he spoke with you yesterday before practice, or I guess walkthrough. What do you remember from that conversation?
Yeah, I mean, he said let's surprise the world. Somewhat surprised me, but it got done. That was really, it was short and sweet. He said, let's get this thing behind us. And once again, if that just gave confidence and that they were trying to get this done, that we were trying to meet in the middle. And obviously they did, and I'm blessed and thankful.
Saad Yusuf, The Athletic. Dak right here.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Zach Martin took accountability for that first sack. You don't get hit all summer, everything. Just taking that first sack, how physical it was. How did it feel for you just to get hit?
Yeah, it was a nice one. I came to the sideline and said I needed that, After that, you're just good to go. You're ready to play. I think about, did I hold it too long? There was a route right there with Jake. We just got to, be on the same page. He ran a good route. I don't know if he was fast. I don't know if it was early in the game and my clock was fast or slow. But, yeah, then stepped up, got ready to look across. And, I mean, that's a guy that doesn't allow many sacks. And probably the only one of the year, and I'll take it. And it was all good.
And what'd you make of the two young guys, especially Cooper, this quarterback center exchange, and on the road in a hostile environment and all that?
I love those two kids, two guys. I don't want to call them kids, two men. And that's what they're becoming each and every day, growing up more and more. One, the responsibility. Beebs is built for this, built for running an offensive line, setting the tempo there, understands what I expect in the huddle and how we want to break the huddle and put pressure on the defense. And then a guy, Tyler Guyton, just loves football, loves his teammates, doesn't want to let anyone down. There was times in the game where maybe he got, a guy got around him. Myles Garrett, one of the best in the game, getting around him, and he's, kind of whispering to me like my fault, I got to move on, and he does. He wiped the slate clean, moved on, and fought hard tonight. And so two guys super proud of. This is only the beginning for him, and looking forward to many games with them.
Last two, Calvin.
Calvin Watkins, Dallas Morning News. What you think about the run game today? You obviously had a lot of guys that touched the ball a little bit in the run game.
Yeah, it's important to get our playmakers the ball. I've talked about it for time and time again in McCarthy's offense. We want to get these guys the ball, whether it be on the jet sweeps, smokes, or even just handing it off to them. You got the backs. We knew we were going to come at you with different backs, and just so to see those guys and all of them support one another, wanting each other to make a big play. All of them are hungry for their opportunity, hungry for more. Trust me, the couple of them are back there telling me, in some of those 3rd and longs, just hand it off. I tell them, hey, we'll get out quick and I'll throw it to you on the check down. So, no, it's just about getting these playmakers the ball, and credit to the O-line up front, honestly, for doing their job, allowing those guys to make big plays and had a solid day.
You're very close to Zeke. To get this contract today and have him come back, how special is it just to share some of this with him?
Yeah, it was special. The first guy hugged after getting the news, honestly. I think about a guy that really took care of me for the first couple of years when you talk about, like, finances. He did. And, whether it be partying, dinners, whatever it did, he's a guy that wouldn't let me pull out my wallet, took care of me. So for him to be there in that moment, that hug, was special.
Dak, Jake Ferguson, don't know about his status, but what kind of concern level you have on him, and if he is out for a while or whatever, what would you miss without him?
Not even going to begin to talk about what we miss. I think we've dodged a big one. Obviously, he's got to get some X-rays tomorrow. But just talking to him, he gave me a lot of confidence in that he'll be okay. He'll be able to respond, and whether it's nothing or whether it's a couple of weeks, I know that I can't even think about what we would miss from that guy. Just his mentality, what he brings to the game, where we've grown in our connection. We'll be fine. He'll be fine. As I said, he gave me good news, so just going to try to think on that and get him healthy and get him back out there as quick as we can.
You mentioned the hug from Zeke. What was the best reaction or comment from one of your teammates after they found out about the deal?
Whether it's Malik Davis or the running backs, trying to tell everybody to get their wrist size to me. Whether it's Terp telling me I owe him $1,500 a week.
For what?
Because he's Terp. Yeah, I don't know, just a lot. But a lot of congratulations. More of those than anything. Blessed to be these guys' quarterback and be the quarterback here, and excited for next week.
Thank you, Doc.
Thank you all.